Hey Natural Beauties, it's your girl Natural Journey, and I wanted to come to you with a couple of updates. The first one is I'm still rocking my hair straight. I've only had to put some heat on it probably once this week, but I have not exercised this week. That's not a good thing. Just because I knew my hair would not last. But I've been pleased with the results, and I just pin curl it every night, and that's pretty much it. So I wanted to come and talk a little bit about some modified versions to the Master Cleanse and the Daniel Fast that I spoke about in my last video. A number of us are going to attempt to do 10 days of the Master Cleanse and then an additional 30 days of the Daniel Fast for a total of 40 days of detoxification and cleansing. Now, I've had a couple of people to ask me a number of questions about how can they modify this program, because I think no matter where you are, everybody wants to start someplace that's conducive to what you're doing. I did not jump out there and do 10 days of the Master Cleanse right off the bat. I actually had several attempts to try and do it. I think I started out doing maybe one day at a time, and I think the first time I didn't even do a whole day. I did like just during the day, and then that night I had a salad. So let me go into a couple of modified things that you can do, and of course everybody's going to have their own opinion, because advocates of the Master Cleanse really think that you shouldn't do anything different than the 10 days of the Master Cleanse. But I'll tell you a couple of things that worked for me and helped me gradually gain strength to do my attempt that I'm going to do this year, which is 10 days. So one version that you could do if you don't even want to do the Master Cleanse at all, I would recommend doing 10 days of a raw fruit and vegetable meal plan. And that could consist of, like for breakfast, you could do a fruit smoothie. I've given you a couple of fruit smoothie recipes that consist of like frozen fruit. I usually get frozen fruit from Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something like that. And usually I use blueberries, pineapples, mango, and wild cherries. And I mix that with coconut water. I put in a whole bunch of different supplements. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time here talking about it because I've done other videos on it. But you could do 10 days of a raw fruit and vegetables. Do the fruit smoothie or a piece of fruit for morning for breakfast. For your mid-morning snack, you could have another piece of fruit. I would recommend eating all your fruits before 12 noon. And if you're going to do any type of melon, eat that by itself first thing in the morning, and then gradually get into some apples and strawberries and whatever other fruits that you like. Then from lunch on into the evening, I would do big salads, spinach salads. I have a recipe on one of my videos about a great spinach salad. You can do variations of that. In the evening, you could do another salad, and yes, it's probably going to get boring, but if you're doing raw fruits and vegetables, it's pretty much going to consist of salads. But there's lots of recipes where you could do a cabbage slaw, cabbage crunch salad. You can do, I've done a raw collard green salad before, and step outside the box. You might really like it, and I know you'll feel better, and that really will detoxify your body and clean out your colon for 10 days that you're doing that type of program. Drink lots of water. So that's one version, an alternative to the Master Cleanse. The other thing you could do is, instead of doing 10 days of the Master Cleanse, just do either a week or 10 days where you drink the lemonade drink during the day and then have a big salad in the evening for dinner, or drink your lemonade drink in the morning, salad for lunch, and then your lemonade drink for the rest of the evening. So pretty much you're eating one meal a day, but you're still getting the benefits of detoxifying your body, because you're not feeding it all the processed foods that you would. And then if you did 10 days of that, then you would ease into the Daniel Fast. Another alternative is you could do 3 days of the Master Cleanse completely and then ease into your Daniel Fast on that 4th day. So I would recommend you try something, even if it's one of these modified versions. A couple of other questions that I've gotten is, am I going to exercise either during the Master Cleanse portion or the Daniel Fast? And during the 10 days of my Master Cleanse, I plan on doing 3 to 4 sessions of Bikram yoga. I've done another video about Bikram. I love it. You should Google or do an internet search on Bikram. It's hot yoga. It's yoga that you do in a room that's 105 degrees. My hair will not be like this, you guys. It'll be back in my puff. But the beauty of Bikram yoga is that it's detoxifying your body. So you're sweating, and so you're detoxifying your skin, while at the same time the lemonade and the master cleanse is going to be detoxifying your internal organs. So it's a great thing to do. The other thing that I'll do in addition to the Bikram yoga while I'm on it is to detoxify your body and your skin. You can do Epsom salt baths throughout that 10 days of the master cleanse. Just a good way to detoxify your skin, because your skin is your biggest organ. So as you're detoxifying, a lot of whatever toxins are coming out of your body, they're going to be eliminated either through your urine, your defecation, sorry to be so gross, or the sweating and your pores and your skin. The other thing you'll notice they talk about when you do the master cleanse is you may get a white coating on your tongue, and that's just a sign that your body's detoxifying and getting a lot of these toxins out. And so you may get some headaches and things like that. But anyway, so I am going to exercise. I'm going to do Bikram for 10 days. After the 3 to 4 times during the 10 days. After the 10 days, I plan on doing going back to my regular exercise regimen, because when you're on the Daniel fast, you can eat. So you can have as much vegetables as you want. You can have brown rice and beans and things like that. You're pretty much cutting out meat, dairy, caffeine, sugar. There's a lot of things that you can do. And if you get that book I talked about, the Eat Clean Diet, which is right here, Eat Clean Diet, Recharge, there's lots of great meal plans and recipes and samples of things that you can eat that are vegan for the Daniel fast portion. So I'm going to exercise probably around 5 times a week. That's my plan. 4 days I usually do spinning, and then the 5th day I'll probably do a hip-hop aerobics class that I love doing. And on 3 of those days, 3 out of the 5, I'm also going to do some weights. And so by the end of that 40 days, I'm excited because I plan on feeling really good, and I feel like my skin will be radiant and I'll have more energy, and I just felt so good. A couple of the benefits of Bikram, and somebody just recently asked me a question, is that it really helps to ground you both from a physical but also mental and even a spiritual perspective, because physically you're working every organ in your body. Mentally, you're able to de-stress. It helps you with stress because you have to stay in this hot environment and you have to stay calm. You really have to learn how to be present in the room. Your mind's not supposed to wander on a whole bunch of different things, what you did during the day. You're really supposed to be present and focused on you and where you are at that moment. And mentally, that really helps you with your focus even when you get out of the Bikram studio, because you're learning how do you focus on your tasks that you may have to do for work, for home, etc. And then spiritually, if nothing else, you may be praying to God to help you get through that session of Bikram, but it also just helps to, again, helps you to focus, hear from God, and everybody knows I'm a Christian, so it just really helps you to focus on something other than yourself while you're in there doing those postures. And the other thing with any type of fast is fasting has been done for years. I mean, in the Bible, Jesus fasted. Lots of people in the Bible fasted, and so it's also a time that you can get closer to God. So use that time to increase your spiritual walk and things like that, and I plan on doing that as well. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. Right now, I have close to 60-something people who signed up to do the detox and the cleanse with me for 2011, and I'm so proud of you all because we can do this thing. We can all do it together. I plan on trying to come and do some videos throughout that 40 days. I'm impressed with myself, I have to say, because this is like the 3rd video in 1 week. And for my subscribers who've been watching my channel, you know that is unusual. So I'm going to try and keep this up once we start our journey in 2011, so that we can just talk to one another, encourage one another. I'll share with you some of the things that I've learned throughout the day, how I'm feeling, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm looking forward to that. I was trying to think, was there anything else that people have asked me? Oh, one of the things I did want to let everybody know is that I am on Facebook, you guys. I have a community page called Natural Journey that's on Facebook. So all of you all on Facebook, please go look up Natural Journey, one word, and please like my page. I plan on connecting my YouTube channel to Facebook and talking and giving tips on Facebook, as well as on these videos. And so it's just another way for me to share information, for us to support one another. And so please go to my page. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to come give some alternatives to this, what people are thinking is so strenuous. Start where you are, stay encouraged. You owe it to yourself. You should love yourself. You should love God, yourself, your family, your friends, and making your body the best temple that it can be is one of the first things you can do to love yourself the best. So I wish you many, many blessings. I hope we all can do this thing together. We're going to have to be in prayer for one another, encourage one another, because I'm going to tell you, prepare yourself mentally for that master cleanse. I'm starting to do that right now. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself you can do it. It's mind over matter. And so we can do it. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So God bless everybody. I hope everybody again has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and let's get excited, you guys. I'm pumped up. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.